In this video, I'm going to show you how to access your Red Hen remote desktop through a browser. This is called Web Client, and it's available on any device. It's a Mac or a PC, and any browser. Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, they all support the HTML5 protocol, which is necessary for this. So it's super easy and requires no setup, and you can do it on someone else's computer that doesn't have anything installed. That's what it's for if you're on vacation or you're at home. And even at work, it's a super appealing option. So we simply open up a browser and we type in the URL. Now, currently, the URL is long and hard to remember. Um, we will update this as the migration comes to a close. Probably end up just pointing redhenremote.com here, so it's easy to remember. But currently, the address is portal.rocky.redhenremote.com rdweb/web client. And that's in the help document where you're probably watching this video, so just copy and paste it in there. We're presented with a login, so we simply put in our Red Hen credentials. And click sign in. Now at this point, I'm in guest mode on my browser, so I wasn't prompted to save those credentials, but if I normally I would be prompted, and I would encourage you to do so. It's secure, especially if you're in a secure location. You're not in a public space with your computer. And furthermore, if you've been on Red Hen before, you'll probably be prompted to reuse the credentials that it's already remembered. And that's fine too. They'll work here because they're both pointing to a redhenremote.com site. So now that we are logged in, we're presented with this resource, the QB Desktop 7. I'll click on it to launch it, and that's it. We're in. If you've been on Red Hen before, this will look very familiar to you. Um, Okay, so we've got our screen. We've got a little bit of screen taken up by this navigation bar up here. Let's take a minute to explore that. So the reason why this navigation bar is staying put is because it's currently pinned. If we unpin it, it goes away, and we can bring it back with this little black box here. And we're going to pin it again. The other option, of course, is full screen. And that gives us a lot more space. And if we unpin it there, we get even more, right? So that's maximized for screen space. And we can just click escape on our keyboard to bring it back into the window mode. And because it's a browser, because it's just in a window, we can drag it to any kind of dimensions we want, and it'll adjust accordingly. So that's pretty good. Bring this back, we'll pin it. Now, some of the other options we have on the navigation bar is the upload new file, and that allows us to move files from our local computer up to a specific folder on our Red Hen desktop. So let's give that a try. So it'll allow us to navigate to my local desktop. I'm going to choose this little diagram here, say open, and it's uploading it. And now if we go to File Explorer, you'll see a drive called Remote Desktop Virtual Drive on RDP Web Client. And that's a long name to say this is your uploads folder. And we go in there, and there's our diagram. And we can leave it there, or we can copy it to our Red Hen desktop, and it's pretty convenient. All right, so we can also download files. We can move them to our local downloads folder. So we simply drag them into the downloads folder, and it'll come down, and it'll prompt you to save it. And there you go. It's literally like every browser download you've ever done. It's directed to the downloads folder for security reasons, and that's it. So you'll notice when we go to look at it, though, it's empty because it's a bit of a a one-way mirror. You can see the files at the other end, but you can't see them from this end. Again, this is for security reasons. So that gives us the ability to move files. It doesn't give us the ability to move files to specific locations, but if that's what you're interested in, check out the instructions for creating an RDP file for creating a full client connection. That'll give you direct access to the files you're looking for, or the folders you're looking for on your local drive. Okay, so we're going to unpin this now, and I'll show you briefly how the printing works. If we go to this item here, for example, we select print, you'll notice we don't have any of our beloved local printers. That's just one of the restrictions of the web client, but we do have this remote desktop virtual printer, which will allow us to save this as a PDF, and we can say, well, I don't want to save it on the Red Hen servers. I'm going to save it in my local downloads. I click Save, and again, it gets downloaded to your downloads folder on your local computer. So from there, you can open it and print it, or you can stash it away somewhere. If you want to kind of reduce paper use in your office, it's a great option. We can say don't show when downloads finish because we don't really need to know. Close this document. And that's pretty well it. There are some other options in the settings, but it's a really quick and easy way to get started with your Red Hen desktop without having to worry about any special installations or configurations. When you're done, you can just click the exit window and we're back at our browser. So I encourage you to give it a try. It certainly isn't, it doesn't have no impact on your computer. You don't have to install anything. So give it a try. It won't hurt anything. And if you decide later, well, I want the increased functionality of the full client, the instructions are on this document. And yeah, let us know if you've got any questions. You can always email us at support@redhenremote.com. Thanks. Bye.